Australian job market for overseas students is quite competitive. And let's be honest, finding your first job in Australia is quite a challenge. And lots of overseas students find it quite difficult to find their first job in Australia. So here are 9 ways that you can actually find a job in Australia. Before we start talking about how to find a job in Australia, here are things that you need to apply for the jobs. So first thing first, you need a visa. Now most of the students would have a student visa, so they should be fine to find a work in Australia. So you obviously have some work limitations, so you don't work more than 40 hours per fortnight and you can work unlimited hours in your school holidays. Second thing is TFN or ABN. If you're going to work in Australia as an employee, you would need a TFN, which is tax file number. And if you're going to work as a freelancer or contractor, you would need an ABN, which is Australian business number. The third thing is resume. Most of the job applications would require you to submit a resume. If you don't know how to make one, we got a video on that. Check the link in the description below. The next thing, cover letter. Cover letter is more like an introduction letter that you write to your prospective employers, telling them why you are better fit for the job. And it is very important to customize your cover letter each time that you are applying for the job. You would also need a bank account. Most of the employers would pay your salary or wages in your bank account only. So it's better to open up your bank account before you start working. And it's important to know that most of the employees in Australia get paid every week or every fortnight. If you're going to work as an employee, you may also need a superannuation account. Superannuation is like a retirement fund. So now let's get back into the main topic, how to find jobs in Australia. The first and the most important method is through referrals, also known as references. If you know someone, it could be your friend, could be a family member, or could be your lecturer, tutor, or anyone that you know. Ask them if they have any jobs available, because in reality, most of the jobs don't even get advertised. The other gets filled up through referrals from the family or friends of the people working there. So if you know someone in Australia, don't hesitate to ask if they have any jobs available for you. Number 2, networking. They say it's very important who you know than what you know, and rightfully so. Networking is the method of connecting with the like-minded people. So if you are new to Australia, we highly recommend you to network with other people. So networking is basically building a relationship that can mutually benefit both the parties. So there are some ways you can build up your network in Australia. The first one, attending some events like meetings, seminars, exhibitions, or workshops regarding your industry. There's one really good app that will help you to network in Australia. It's known as Meetup. We suggest you to download that app. You can also become a member of an industry body in Australia. For example, if you're going to study accounting in Australia, you can become a member of CPA or CA Australia. If you're going to study IT, then you can become a member of ACS. And every industry usually have some body or association, then you can become a member of that. And these associations usually organize regular meetings and catch-ups for you to network. And they also usually send you updates in the industry. And last but not the least, you can also network online. So there are platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups. They are one of the most popular ways of networking online. Number 3, door knocking. It is a very traditional way of applying for jobs, but it still works. Some students will print out the resume in bulk and then they will go from one business to the other asking if they have any jobs available. It's very important to keep few things in mind. Do not hand your resume to any staff member only. Always ask for the manager, as most of the staff members would not pass this resume to their managers. It's very important that you hand your resume to the manager only, and always be prepared with the things you have to say to the manager as well. Number 4, student support office. Most of the universities and institutes would have a student support office, where they usually help students on building their resume, cover letters, and everything regarding job interviews and so on. So if you're looking for a job, it's good to get in touch with them. They usually sometimes get job advertisements as well, which they usually post on job boards. These job boards can be online on the intranet of your institute, or they can be in a physical job board itself. Number 5, job websites. This is one of the most popular way of finding jobs in Australia. Most of the employers would actually prefer you to send your application through online portals. And there are many job portals that you can search for and apply jobs through them. So some of the most popular portals are seek.com.au, gumtree.com.au, indeed.com.au, zora.com.au, adzuna.com.au. Number 6, business websites. It might be surprising for some of you, but some businesses don't actually put their job on those job portals that we just mentioned. They have their own job portals and you need to apply jobs only through those portals. So it's a good idea to check on the business websites that you would actually like to work for. So some businesses like Woolworths, Coles, David Jones and Myers, they don't post their job on job portals. They have their own job portals. So make sure to check the business websites as well. Number 7, recruitment agencies. Most of the recruitment agencies would only give you work if you have registered with them beforehand. So So it's very important to get in touch with your local recruitment agency and find out what opportunities do they have. We are recommending you one of the really popular recruitment agencies online here in Australia. It's known as Sidekicker. You can register yourself over there and you can look for the jobs and shifts that they have available in the online portal. It's quite a unique system and lots of overseas students are using and benefiting from it as well. So we highly recommend you to sign up for that. Number 8. Volunteering. Now volunteering is not a paid job. It's obviously a volunteer work, but it can certainly help you to build up your resume. Lots of overseas students, when they come to Australia, they don't have any Australian work experience. And if you have no work experience at all, then it is definitely recommended that you get some volunteer experience under your belt. There are a couple of really useful websites you can actually look for volunteer work. It's called Volunteering Australia and Seek Volunteering. Not only it helps you to build your resume, but it also helps you to build your confidence and communication skills in Australia. Last but not the least, contractor or freelancer. If you can't find the work in Australia, then working for yourself is the best way to go. You can work as a contractor or freelancer for various businesses in Australia. And thanks to the sharing economy, finding a work as a contractor is much easier than ever before. Some websites where you can work as a contractor are Uber Eats, Deliveroo and Airtasker. And if you have certain skill, you can definitely work as a freelancer for someone. So you should check websites like Fiverr, Upwork, 99design and freelancer.com. Before we end this video, here are some practical tips to get jobs in Australia. Prepare yourself even before you land in Australia by doing your research. It's okay if you don't have a perfect English. Most of the employers understand that. Be proactive, always follow up after your job application. Your attitude matters a lot. Do some short courses that might help you to land a job. And the timing of your job application is very important. So be mindful of the job opportunities that will come only around certain time frames, like Christmas, Easter and school holidays. And don't be shy and hide behind the walls. So these were some of the ways you can actually find a job in Australia. All the best with your job applications. See you in the next one.